Hello once again, Internet. I'm Rosanix7, and welcome back to Metroid Prime 2 Echoes. In the last episode, we got here to the Federation landing site, and we discovered what happened to all these guys. But right now, we have some scans to do. The Anher class is a state-of-the-art warship, designed to police and defend planetary systems. This ship, the GFS tier, has been heavily damaged. It appears the crew has dismantled parts of the tier as well, possibly for use as makeshift defense systems. You know, here's something I don't get about this, is that those parts that they must have removed, where would they have been? Because, I mean, as you saw from that cutscene, the only thing here that's actually missing is that wall. And we saw things like cargo bay doors and everything. What, were there already ships here that were down? I don't know. Object analysis complete. Galactic Federation data terminal is inactive. Memory core damaged. Unable to restore access. Seek individual log entries for trooper armor suit systems. Alrighty, we have a whole bunch of lore here. But first, we have this. Object analysis complete. This is a Galactic Federation ordnance crate. Tactical data suggests the presence of a personal weapon system within this crate. Use of heavy force required to eliminate the crate. Now this is the source of that glitch I was talking about in the last episode. Break open the crate and you will discover the missile launcher. Press Y to fire and A to switch back to beams. Additional data down in inventory. Now there is a way to... Whoop! Seems we have new enemies first. This is the Dark Splinter, Darkling-possessed insectoid predator. The alien symbiote, I believe. Symbiote, whatever. Within the Splinter augments its strength and durability, threat level raised. But they're still splinters one way or another, so you got nothing to worry about. Although oddly enough, they appear to be slower. Where'd that other guy go? There you are. I could barely even see you there. Now, so like I was saying, it is possible to sort of not really glitch your way over this little ledge here, but you can get up over that, break the crate, get the missile launcher, and then activate this cutscene, after which point the crate will respawn. So you can finish the game with an extra 5 missiles. Although there isn't really any sort of point to it. I mean, it's kind of just if you feel like doing it. First, we have, well, not first, but we have some lore to read. A. Exeter. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to stir a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. J. Brody. Man, I hope this is the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. These were already at 9% of scans. Well, I think it might be only be for lore. G. Haley. I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat. They're eating her. Now they're gonna eat me. Oh my god. I don't know. I'd love to know what that's from. I just keep hearing the clip, but... S. Milligan. Bruta lost the bet, so he switched to watch duty with me. I figured this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey, halt! No, hep! Transmission ends. Dun, dun, dun. I think this is the second last lore. We still have a little bit more. F. Triplet. The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo. Even Brody, and he's the stingiest grunt I know. They take a lot of ammo. They take like 3 shots. That's not what a lot of ammo is. Here we go. Access to map station. As you may recall, the map that we found before, it only showed us how to get to this point. This is the real map station. This will fill in the whole of the temple grounds. Well, I mean, there are obviously some secret areas. There always are. But, as you can see, it's a pretty big place here, and we got this huge structure in the center here. Whatever's there should be really interesting. Whole bunch of stuff around here, actually. Oh, you know what? Now that we have missiles, we can actually go back for something, which I almost forgot about. And since I just love to scan everything, I'm gonna really quick scan up all of these. You know, while I'm on my way back and everything and doing all this pointless crap, I may as well mention, you know what? I completely forgot what I was going to mention. Oh god, why do you guys watch me? I'll never figure it out. Ah well. Oh, right. Now, this episode is a little later than I would have liked it to be. But, well, I don't really have a good reason, per se, for why that is, but... Well, it was Durgan's birthday yesterday, and I was gonna record then, but... Well, you know, that got in the way. Oh, right, I can't go back because of that gate. Jeez. That's just mean. Fine, be that way, game. Gah. You know, I tried using that exploit, I suppose, to get the extra missile tank once, but I could not figure out how to do it, no matter how many times I saw people do it. Actually, I don't think I even watched a video on it, that's probably why. What kind of stuff have we got up here? What are you? Object appears to be a damaged piece of powered art. Holo projectors are offline. Combat damage appears final. Repairs are unlikely. Yes, they have powered art in the future. Isn't that something? We have some more research here. The kinetic orb cannon fires small spherical objects at high speeds. Scan interface panel to bring the cannon online, then enter the hologram to fire. We have one more lore for this area. I Cranny. Last night at Chow, Angseth starts talking about some bounty hunter and how she blew up a planet full of space pirates. Told her I don't believe in fairy tales like that, and she took it personal. I just find it hard to believe that one person took out the entire space pirate base, that's all. If she wants to believe in this Samus, or Bigfoot, or Santa Claus, she can. Okay, you know what? That is just straight up rude and ignorant. I mean, okay, it's one thing to believe in Bigfoot, or Santa Claus, or whatever. But, I mean, come on. I mean, it's not like Samus is secretive, even remotely so. She's kinda out in the open here, and makes pretty regular visits to the Federation and everything. By the way, right here we have a power bomb door. But, of course, we don't have power bombs. I mean, we just got missiles. It'd be weird if we got power bombs right off the bat. It'd be like Other M. Ha ha ha. You know what? I probably shouldn't go into this, but because I have lore right here, so I'm going to read this, but yeah. E. Dennis. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, everyone was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone there can help me there. Wait, something's moving down there. Hello? Ricola! But like I was about to say, I honestly don't get why people hated Other M so much. I mean, I love it. It's one of my favorite Metroid games. Anyway, War Wasp. Cunning aerial hunter. Airborne insect equipped with a venomous stinger capable of shearing steel. Target can fire blasts of energy at foes. Oh noes! But, just like all the other early on enemies, they just take a couple shots to kill. And where is that hive? Or I don't think there is a hive here. But we do have a kinetic orb cannon. I should clarify with what I said a second ago about Other M. You know, I'm aware. I've heard all the complaints and the arguments for it, but I don't follow that train of thought, I suppose you could say. Organic domicile for insect predators, the war wasp hive. Destroying the structure will eliminate war wasps inside. Explosive damage can damage it. But yeah, I don't get what everyone complained about. I mean, quite frankly, that's how I figured Samus always would have been. So maybe it's just the fact that I wasn't surprised by it. I mean, quite frankly, I would be more disturbed if she wasn't the way she was depicted in Other M. I mean, it makes perfect sense. I mean, hell, one of the biggest things people complain about is... Okay, well, I don't want to mention the scene in particular because, you know, I don't like people just freely talking about things like that, so I won't do it either. But everyone that's played and beat the game is probably aware of that one scene that people complain about the most. And frankly, that was one of my favorite moments. And quite frankly, it's not the first time she's done it either. So, I mean, granted, it was in the manga that it happened the first time. So, I mean, I haven't read it either, but still, is it really that hard to believe? And the whole point of the game was to get inside Samus's head. Not literally, but quite frankly, some people just think a lot. I don't get what people were expecting. I mean, we were explicitly told that the game is going to be largely story-based, and you can't have like a Super Metroid experience of just being all alone and in a completely open world and focus on story. You just can't do it. Oh well, I should stop talking about that, but right here. What are you, buddy? Target has been dead for 8 cycles. Trace amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemicals' effect on living biomatter. Interesting. Now, I assume that cycles are basically the Metroid universe equivalents of years, because, I mean, you obviously can't really measure years in space, because years are based on Earth's rotation around the sun and everything, so I just assume that's kind of the galaxy-wide agreed-on time system. You know, for some reason you're always able to scan the other end of an elevator, even though you don't have to, and it just activates behind you. Ooh, a local safe beacon. Well, ain't that special. That's the hint system. I left it on just kind of to keep things moving in case I zone out for whatever reason. But yeah, you can see we have a save station right there, although you would have been able to see that on your map anyway. Hello there, it's another one of you guys. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Target's size and muscle mass suggest heavy combat training, even though he looks exactly like all the others. It's likely that it was a warrior of some kind. The lack of gear, armor, or weapons is curious. Perhaps they were taken by others of its kind. Target has been dead for 8.1 cycles. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. This may explain the lack of carrion feeding. Interesting. Makes you wonder what these guys are. Oh boy, these things. Scanning these buggers can be annoying. Come on. Okay, I got them, but apparently it didn't really want to show me what they were. Mechanical analysis complete. Device is part of a compromised security system. Only basic door systems remain online. It's kind of elaborate for just one door. Structural analysis complete. Active power system cables. Energy flow from prime generator to auxiliary detected. So you roll through this little hole right here. Right here we got a pile of rocks. And these are made of telluric alloy. So once we reobtain the bombs, we'll be able to see what's back there. And that's something you really want to go back and check, because there's something good back there if memory serves. Speaking of going back for things, I should explain, in case I haven't already, I can't really remember, how I'm going to do getting all the items, because I am going for 100% like I've said. Now, I'm not going to go get everything immediately when it's available. I'm kind of just going to get everything I can when I think of it. And everything else will come later. What is this? Unable to scan object. Unknown energy field is scrambling the scan wave. Field is localized and holding at a steady level. Further investigation advised. Huh. What are all these? Unit identified as hibernetic stasis chambers. Life signs of hibernating bioforms within the chambers are steady. Chambers are made of a number of exotic metals. It would be quite difficult to breach them with conventional weapons, which is a fancy way of saying that you're not going to do squat to them. Let's see what we got up here. They look like those splinter cocoons. Although I don't think splinters are able to control machines. Oh well, it's Metroid. Whoa. That explains everything. Okay, it doesn't explain squat, but at least we have getting a better idea of what's going on here. It seems one of those portals will appear, and every time, and those weird purple cloudiness things of death and destruction and failure and die. They come out and they can possess things, including apparently dead bodies. And as you probably noticed, these bear a striking resemblance to those creatures we saw when we went through that portal ourselves. There must be a connection! Nah, I must be being paranoid. Lol. But alright, there we go. A couple charge beams will take those guys out. But right here, we have a new enemy. This is the Alpha Splinter. Alpha male of a warpack. Gigantic predator, very swift and strong, and uses ramming attacks to defeat his foes. Now this guy, he will stay in the center of the screen, stay in the center of the room. Whoop. And he will leap at you and back. Basically, there's kind of a visual cue for when it's about to jump at you. If you keep moving, you'll notice it does this, what looks like a little dance. And when it stops the dance, that's when it's about to jump at you. Now we have another portal. Oh no! No, so we can actually take this little time whilst going to scan it. And for here we get our first boss, the Dark Alpha Splinter. Alpha male of a Darkling warpack. Gigantic predator with symbiote, enhanced strength, speed, and armor. This thing is kinda tough. Well, at least for this point in the game. Oddly enough, actually, I find this one to be easier than the actual Alpha Splinter. Because it's very, very predictable. It'll keep its distance, fire that purple thing, and then charge at you. I mean, we got this thing half dead right now, and he's not even coming close to me. That's really all there is to this guy. You'll find that bosses are, for the most part, fairly predictable. They have patterns that they fall into. And as long as you're on top of things, then you should be fine. I mean, look at this. Thing's dead. I mean, granted, yes, it is the very first boss, and I'm playing on normal. But that will be pretty much a running theme. There's only a couple bosses that I would say will actually be difficult, I suppose. But ooh, what do we have here? Unknown technology. Why, hello there. What's your name? You're a funny fella.
Hey, listen!
What are you doing? What are you doing?
What's up?
Om nom nom. Unknown item acquired. Alien technology is bonded to armor systems. Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. Huh. Okay, it seems all these doors are locked behind us. Though, except we have this one here, but this is not the way we came in. It seems like something, or maybe someone, wants us to go up this elevator. I don't know why, but when I go up this elevator, I like to shoot that wall. I'm not sure why. Do not be afraid. I am U-mos, Sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our world's peril. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Aether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was one Aether, there were now two, one of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day of the Dark World, one filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. You are our only hope, Samus. Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I have also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors coded with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you.